Alrighty then, game one, best of 3 here. Chicken Fighters taking on Team Liquid, and would you believe it, Lacoste, Dota2 has reset my settings. Apologies to the people in Dota TV watching. Now you can hear me, if you wanted to, that is. As we get ourselves into the lanes, Chicken Fighters, Saberlight, Era, and Suneko, your Mars, Shadow Demon, and Wyvern coming up to top lane. Insania, Phoenix, Mickey on the Weaver. OD for Supreme mid, going to be facing off against the Koikva Ember Spirit. Boxy Timbersaw with the Tiger Willow. And Charlie, Death Prophet, down bottom alone for now, but should have the help of one of these supports, likely Suneko in the coming minute or two.
Era has that one Sentry Ward playing against Hero. Man, I've seen a lot of Weaver games, either from position 4 or as a hard carry. Like, she really scales as a hero. Pretty hard to catch it. I think Liquid has much better lineup. Chicken Fighters, though, they have harder to execute lineup. They need to use their ultis properly. Like if Wyvern or Mars is not using their ulti to full extent, I think they're just gonna lose it.
Well, we get the natural 2 for 2. Insania's going to take back his outpost. And the bottom one grabbed up by the Dire there. As a pretty even game odds-wise, I was looking before the game started, and it was 1.88 for both teams. Now slightly favouring Chicken Fighters, 1.85 return, and Liquid 1.89. As we get rid of that overlay. Just spot out Tiger there, scouting out the ward.
Is Timber so bugged? Like, I never noticed that he's such an ugly fellow. Look at his portrait.
What do you mean? He's a little goblin.
Like, if you click on the magnifying glass, it shows that he has a helmet, but he does not. Like, it's the same thing when Lina goes bald.
Oh, I see him with a helmet.
You see him with the helmet?
Yeah,
all
I
right.
do. Oh, Lacoste, that's your fault.
You didn't see the first blood, right?
God damn it! You're making me look at the timber saw. Well, Insania is the first one to drop. Tri-lane from Chicken Fighters apparently grabbing themselves a kill. Well, what was that? Disruption into Spear? Phoenix with Fiery Spirits level 1, so no way to dive away. Fair enough. Returns back to top lane. And a good D-ward there from Era as well, removing that vision. So should be able to get the jump on people and also secure himself the pull across.
That was not really a good observer ward from Insania. Like, you know, they might get the Sentry ward since they're playing against an Invis hero.
Farming very well across their 3 cores though, Liquid. Ember 8-0 against the 3-3 of the OD. Top lane, pretty much a double wave coming into Mars, so Saberlight will be able to catch up a touch. As Supreme, yeah, looking to CS under tower, but that's not ideal for the OD. How's Charlie doing down bottom? 7-1, Timbersaw, cracking away, 5-3, has a Quelling Blade. Getting some good last hits on the range creeps. As Boxy is left all alone down here. Tiger dragged the wave all the way back. Secures himself level 2, and with boots up, now is where Dark Willow looks to really start to make some plays. Could shift back down to bottom, focus on Suneko, or could put some more harass on Supreme, who's very low. Forced to
There's no
salve.
point for going back to the bottom lane. You want to give Timbersaw your level 3, and Timbersaw really does not give a damn about Winter Wyvern or any of his harassment. Same goes for Death Prophet. Like, they don't do anything to him.
Well, yeah, that
He just
scouting.
needs to get himself to
Era.
level 3.
Top lane, final click from Insania, gets a bit of revenge. And we saw earlier Tiger came in and scouted out the Observer Ward, so now comes and sentries it out. Removes that vision mid lane. So Koikva, even more of an advantage for him. Catching out Suneko bottom. Bramble Maze into Cursed Crown, decent amount of lockdown. As Boxy chaining forward and looking for the kill on Wyvern. Looks like he'll be able to grab it up there, holds out the hit, just in case the neutrals wanted to steal it away from him.
How's mid lane doing? 15-3 against 11-8. A lot of denies coming out from OD.
Yeah, he's about 140 experience ahead of Koik for now. We'll see if that makes a difference. Getting into earlier points in Astral. Koik for, with the bottle coming out now and 30 seconds or so until the runes start to spawn. Tiger's in a pretty good position here to come and contest bottom lane. It doesn't look like Chicken Fighters are ready to go towards top, so I think Ember Spirit just gets this rune for free and gets the bottle refill.
It's never a free rune when you're playing against OD. He might just get astraled. Well, let's see. It's gonna be top lane, much better for Ember Spirit, and Supreme is gonna get it.
Like you said, Astral Koikva. Tiger not coming to contest it. Still dragging waves back towards his own tier 3. Doesn't really give Supreme much, but it definitely takes away from Koikva. As Dire Courier bottom, Boxy has his sniped out, but he's chasing in onto Charlie. Good damage onto Seneko as well. Forcing that Spirit Siphon. Causing all kinds of problems down south, but up top, Insania still having that dive. Could get away from Saberlight here, and the TP from Tiger as Era drops. They turn back onto the Mars and look for the second kill of the lane. Stun him up with a crown, get the Bramble Maze down, and Insania was so close to death. That headdress and the tango, spear back from Saberlight. I don't think he can TP out of this one with the Shadow Realm hit and Mika Shikuchi. They will chase him down slowly but surely. Take that Mars out of the game. 4-1,
It's
Liquid
the
looking
power
pretty strong.
of these self-sustainable offlaners. And Taiga dragged the creep wave twice, so he is already level 3. And now, I mean, mid lane is not that easy to rotate. He can always just astral himself. Let's see how low OD is. His half HP, is he bringing any region? No. So he might make a rotation on the mid lane, but should be playing mid and top for now. Because Timbersaw, you want to get him levels. He's level 5 already, 3 points in reactive armor, which means that he's not going to die. Winter Wyvern with 48 damage, this is going to tickle him.
They'll try and chip away at Boxy with magic damage. 18 reactive armor stacks up though. It feels like that mana wasted on the Timbersaw, but it does help them clear out the wave. Make sure Timbersaw can't go cutting and diving behind the tower just yet.
I know, I play a lot of Wyvern, and it just feels so bad trying to harass Timbersaw. Like, you feel like you need to do something, but you're actually not doing anything. You're actually helping him out to get more region.
Top lane. A bit of action onto Saberlight again. Liquid really are pressing forward here with bugs and dive, but cancelled out by Saberlight's God's Rebuke. And mid lane are going onto tier 1 for the OD. Supreme gets off his Sanity's Eclipse, but Koikva with Tiger destroy the Outworld Devourer. And Seneko's rotation, it won't come to anything. Good TP out from the Dark Willow. And Koikva with a full bottle can stick around and continue farming. Disruption into Spear. Insania has stick charges. 3 stacks of poison now though, and Era will clear up that nasty, nasty Phoenix. Looks like he's going to be able to keep himself alive as well. Mickey not wanting to continue giving chase.
Dead Prophet on top of net worth at the moment. Phase Boots going for Yule Scepter. I mean, she's getting a lot from the bottom lane, but so is Timbersaw. And that's what Liquid wanted.
And with Chakram up now, it looks like they're going to try and kill off Charlie. Bramble Maze, well placed by Tiger. That's it. Charlie's dead. Gets off a Spirit Siphon. Oh, are they not going to dive this? They're a little bit afraid. Now Boxy comes back in and says, okay, we're just going to waste all of your Spirit Siphons then, I guess. They can just kill her though, right? They just continue going on forward. Another Chakram, chain forward. Tiger coming back in with some spells reset. Back off cooldown. Trying to make sure that Charlie doesn't get a return kill here. She's healed herself up pretty nicely. 7 sticks still to go. Gonna pop it there and buy a little more time. It is inevitable though, her death, and no TP's coming out from the Radiant side. As Charlie's down.
You can't help her out. Even if like Shadow Demon TPs, Wyvern is not gonna do anything with his. Maybe buy a little bit more time with Cold Embrace, set things up for Timbersaw to use another Chakram. And now he's gonna start putting pressure on the bottom tower. Like you can TP Death Prophet once again to the bottom, only 1 Spirit Siphon charge left. She doesn't even TP to the bottom. Like, it's pretty pointless.
Insania gets in front of the spear. Make sure Mickey is fine. Dust it up. But they retreat back to their tier 1. Really well played by Insania there, making sure Mickey's all good. And now the TP down bottom.
Oh, someone's TPing bottom. Wyvern, this is where Wyvern loves to be. Not when you're without the mana and not when there's no trees around, so you can't hide.
And you're not level 6. And you've not got TP, and your tower's already dead. Is he going to try deny? Looks like that's what he's going for. Gives up on it. Doesn't want to show his position.
This is such a nice play from Liquid. They rotate Timbersaw to the bottom lane, to the top lane, and Weaver TP's bottom, so she gets the tower while Timbersaw defends the tier 1 tower from Exorcism. Like, he can just throw his body in front of them and they're not gonna do anything.
Why the hell not? Walks straight forward, says, alright Charlie, come on then. Sableye is still here lurking around. OD not too far away. But yeah, Wyvern now showing bottom lane and Era's going to be holding out mid. Yeah, it looks like Liquid defended their top tier 1. Beautifully done there. What's Ember Spirit up to? Spirit Vessel, like you called, coming out from the Ember. Arcane
They definitely need
bottle.
one. Against Wyvern, that Prophet, even Mars, if he builds like Vlad's, he becomes so tanky. Life steals of God's Rebuke.
They know where this Wyvern is. They're trying to scout out Seneko. He comes back in, shows himself on lane, and that's where the Ember Spirit's going to jump down. Quick slight chains. Even with that cold embrace, Seneko going to get burnt down here with another Remnant forward. Era trying to come in and save the day with Saberlight arriving and throwing out that Mars ulti. He's going to catch the Weaver. Speared back into the Colosseum side. And Koikva, chased by Era. Couple of poison stacks up on him. Walks it off. I wasn't expecting that Weaver to get caught up in that ulti, though. Nicely done by Saberlight. I mean, it's that kind of awkward choice there where he's coming down onto a choke point and there's two heroes running, left and right. He could have maybe caught both of them, but he secured the absolute 100% catch on the Weaver.
Yeah, I can't argue with your drawings on the minimap. I've ever used time-lapse before. Like, she was afraid for some reason that Wyvern's gonna burst her down. But Wyvern was not level 6 yet. What is Timbersaw building? Yule Scepter to get rid of the silence, get rid of Shadow Poison stacks, and to set things up for himself. Also have an ability to cancel a TP. Mid lane still standing. Like, they need to play around Timbersaw to get the towers. Ember Spirit does not do anything to the towers. Phoenix, Dark Quill are really bad at dealing tower damage.
Charlie's trying to find the courier. Oh, it's being microed very nicely, whoever that is. Timbersaw. Boxy making sure. Charlie.
Oh, he already used the Remnant. I mean, the Astral, so that's gonna be a death. Oh, they were waiting for it.
Down in his own jungle. And they're still trying to find a way to deal with Boxy's Timbersaw. They're bringing 3 heroes top. His courier will escape in the end. They're going to dive bottom here. Liquid, it looks like Seneko trapped under his tier 2. And a double damage rune quick for Ember is continuing to dive. Fly over the trees, but you're caught up in the... Oh, are you not... Now you are, in the bramble maze. There we have it. You're spotted out now. Liquid realize where you've been hiding this whole time. And Koikva doesn't even need to expend another spell. Tiger secures the kill.
It's magical damage, goes through Wyvern's heal. This should be a free tier 1 tower on the top lane, even though Boxy is there, he still can't defend it. And now he's pinging tier 1 on a mid lane. They need to group up around Timbersaw to get the towers. Weaver will be pushing the bottom lane.
4K lead.
Smoke.
All 3, top 3 net worth heroes. Red. Liquid looking good. Supreme. Aghanim Scepter still 2.2k away. Hiding in the trees and looking for an initiation from the rest of his team, who are swinging in from the back. A dive forward from Insania, trying to scout out where the OD's hiding. And Boxy trapped inside the arena, but a good fear here from Tiger. Going to stop the Mars initiation while Charlie, Exorcism, and the Spirit Siphons, but Boxy's out of there. The continuation onto the Supernova will take down Insania, but Tiger still standing with the Bedlam going. Saved up with a disruption now, but Sablelight's already fallen. Good Winter's Curse will get them a bonus kill. Chicken Fighters holding on.
Shadowrun's ready again.
For dear life. Onto that tier 1 mid as Koikva being chased by Charlie. Back towards his tower, and Tiger turns with the help of Boxy now. Era's the one that's isolated and caught out. Magic damage from Timbersaw. Add in the pure damage, and Charlie, that little bit of damage over time from that urn. He is going to drop. Boxy towing the line here, but one by one, Chicken Fighters crumble and fall. It was a good initiation, decent follow through, but the synchronization as that...
It's going to die.
Oh my god.
any reactive armor charges stacks, but they still get the tower, which is what matters. I still feel Timbersaw needs Hood this game. There is a lot of magical damage.
Chicken Fighters, they split so wide in that fight. You know, Charlie's under the tier 1, the OD's fighting near his tier 1. Everyone's running around, and they just didn't feel like, after the Mars Arena, there was no single target that Chicken Fighters had said, let's kill this hero. They all went for their own different targets. Liquid all split very nicely. And that meant...
I feel like this is one of those games where OD's not gonna use his Sanity's Eclipse at all. We've seen a lot of those. Like, you're saving it, it's your big teamfight ulti, but you're not having any stacks. So you do not want to pop it. So Naiko, once again,
another arcane
in the
rune.
same spot.
He's trying to defend that bottom tier 2. It's where the Wyvern likes to be, but it's also a great place for Weaver and Ember Spirit to just dive in, dive out. Like, if you TP and react to try and save your position 5, A, you're potentially putting yourself within kill threat of Liquid, and B, you're probably not going to save him anyway, and C, you're probably not going to catch the Weaver or the Ember Spirit as they just run away from you. So Seneko just putting himself on the front lines and trying to buy time for the rest of his squad to get something done on the opposite side of the map. Spirit Vessel pretty much done there for the Ember now as he smokes up with Tiger's Dark Willow. Boxy very close to the Yules. And Insania rushing that Aghanim Scepter, as we've seen pretty common on these Phoenixes now.
I was meant to have this.
Phoenix ulti level 1 is so bad. 5 hits to destroy it. But if you get level 2 ulti with Aghanims, then you become a huge problem.
Only 7 reactive armor stacks on Boxy, yeah. Disrupted up now, 400 HP remaining, and Supreme Sentence Eclipse did very little as Boxy does finally fall to Era's damage over time. Disruption now buying a bit of space for Supreme, but Mickey with the Maelstrom clears up 1 and 2 for Koikva. Yes, you killed off the Boxy Timbersaw, but he did his job. He frontlined, he scouted, he found a kill on the OD, who you're shutting down very nicely. And now Liquid can sprint towards an objective, the tier 1 top.
Chicken Fighters will still be ready to take a fight at the top tower. Sadly, that Prophet is only level 2. You want to get her to level 12. Ghosts go from 8 to 16, which is a pretty big deal. Pupil's Gift found. For Mars, Weaver with Imp Claw. That's a lot of cheap damage.
It sure is. Make her straight into that BKB now. Oh, Ring of Ankle is pretty nice. He grabs that one up. Seneko with Treads, Windlace, Ring of Bassi. Boxy level 12. Giving chase onto this Wyvern. Yeah, he knows exactly where Seneko is, and within a matter of seconds, forces out the Winter's Curse TP. In comes Koikva. Can he get the slide chains? Of course he can. Of course he can. Another charge up in the Spirit Vessel, now 6 stacked up. As Chicken Fighters aim towards mid. Mickey, time-lapse, back out of the Mars ulti, and Shikuchi's away. Oh, that game sense, knowing exactly how close that was to getting out of the Mars ulti or not.
Man, Koiko has 6 Spirit Vessel charges. He's getting way too much. 0 deaths on him. Vambrace for both teams. Like, you need to give Vambrace to your Timbersaw to become even more tanky. Get some magic resistance going. 39% magic resistance with Bracer and the Vambrace. Not too bad.
Oh, Insania. Oh, he's fine. Saberlight, you going to chase this one? Don't think so.
They gave so much space to Insania on the top lane. Like, he is just 700 gold away from Aghanims.
And he's going to have that level 2 ulti soon as well. You know, he was level 7 last time I looked at him like a minute and a half ago. Now very close to level 10. Top 3 net worth still all belong to the Dire side. I mean, Phoenix here, you were asking in the draft, right? The Phoenix 4 has felt much better than the 5. And Dark Willow, net worth-wise, is the 5. Seneko going to get caught again back in his own jungle. Boxy with a chakram. Takes him out as the mid lane yules up. Do they have the silence or the stun? The spear back. Does catch out Koikva.
That's a big kill.
That is huge for Chicken Fighters.
Saberlight and his initiation, whether he's playing Axe, Mars, is insane. Like, he should be picked up by a higher caliber team. All right, mid lane.
Yule's up from Boxy, though, as the Supernova focused down the fear. Well
Oh,
placed,
what a
but
fear.
still, they catch out Insania. The rest of the squad, though, Liquid arriving now. Saberlight falling with the Bedlam going. Tiger, good magic damage, and Charlie, Spirit siphoning it all back up, and Supreme. Finally, we see the strength of that Sandy's Eclipse. 4 heroes down as Liquid chase back to their tier 2s, and it might be a wipe. Coming in with a big hit. OD from Supreme. Boxy is an inch away from death. The Ghost are chasing 1 stack of poison. Soul Catcher is going to expire, and he will keep himself alive. And back to Fountain as he's crippled. Shuffling back. Broken ankles. Liquid. What happened there?
What I said is they need to use their ultis properly, like Mars, Wyvern. Wyvern didn't even use the ulti, but Mars, Saberlight's playing out of his mind. Even though he died that fight, he's setting it up perfectly. And there is no like real save. You can throw Terrorize, but that's the only thing. Like Phoenix with the Sunray, he's also level 10, needs to be careful about his positioning in a team fight. If he can get good Supernova off, like he's in trouble.
OD without Ags. Now 2 charges on the Astral. Oh, the BKBs on Liquid are going to make a massive difference, though. When they come up, it's going to give them new life, and they are still ahead pretty significantly. 5k net worth lead. It is swinging back towards Chicken Fighters, though.
Oh, don't mind me. Just a wee fairy going about her business.
What are you laughing, Gary?
The chat line from Dark Willow. Just the wee fairy going about her business. Dark Willow.
Dark Willow, is she Scottish?
She's got a bit of a Scottish twinge to her accent, yeah. Och, aye, my wee bairn. Do you ken?
I love Scottish accent.
Lacoste, you
Hard
wee
to
bastard.
understand.
Lacoste, you've got no bloody clue what you're talking about.
Yeah, you said that like Dark Willow is becoming position 5 while Phoenix is 4. We've seen that from Team Secret. Like Yapshire is not playing those greedy position 4s anymore. Puppy is getting a ton of farm that are on heroes like Wyvern or Nature's Prophet. He had the most farm in his team on Nature's Prophet. I think even 2 times so far.
Do you think that's because players are like comfortable, you know, obviously they are comfortable on certain heroes, but is it because teams are kind of shifting what heroes they think were 5s now into 4s, or is it, you know, certain items are just better now that you want these individual heroes to get them?
It's just about a scaling, and since wars don't cost gold, you can afford to like have 2 position 4 heroes in the game.
Koikva sniping out a bounty rune, pops his regen and continues farming. DD up top would be nice for him as well. As bounties, what do we get? 3 for 1, Liquid grabbing up the final one on that right side of the map. Tiger Lotus Orb still pretty distant. Oh, I guess it's like 400 gold away. Couldn't disassemble the arcane boots for it. Boxy, boxy,
Lotus Orb.
boxy.
Yeah, we'll get rid of Soul Catcher, Shadow Poison stacks, Dead Prophet Silence. If you can use it on target that Wyvern is casting ulti, you might just single-handedly win a team fight. They definitely need BKBs. Mike getting closer to his. Boyqua still needs a full recipe. So I believe Liquid will not take a fight until they have those BKBs up.
And they are being pretty passive right now. Bottling up the DD on Mickey. Koikva's going to put a bit of pressure onto the tier 1 top. Looks like Insania clearing out mid-wave and just playing that backup hero while Tiger and Boxy shoving out bottom. Kind of forcing Chicken Fighters down here into their own jungle. It's a bit of a weird game for Roshan taking this one. Now, Liquid have got, you know, Timbersaw, Weaver pretty decent going in there. Chicken Fighters have DP. If they win a fight, they could swing into Roche. But it has to be for both teams after a fight, or else it's going to take far too long. You can't really smoke and sneak it.
Dead Prophet's drawing on the minimap. Like, they should be playing around the Roche pit. And she is getting closer to her BKB, so both teams don't want to take a fight right now. They just want to farm those BKBs. OD also getting close to his.
Great Shadow Realm from Tiger down bottom. Gets him out of danger very quickly. That's Arena of Blood expended for nothing in return. While top lane, Seneko, he's being pinged out and eyed up here by Insania. Arctic Burn being forced down. He'll fly over the trees. Koikva using slight chains but not connecting and not catching, but the TP is going to get cancelled by death. The damage was there. Who needs stuns when you can just kill them off? Oh, that's Timber's Bloodstone done, isn't it? Timber Bloodstone after Yules. Chicken Fighters responding to that Seneko Wyvern getting caught up top. Just a little bit too slow.
Koikwa needs 200 gold to finish off his BKB, then it's go time for Liquid. Weaver already has one, and she has double damage in the bottle, so you want to take that fight. Weaver's being pinged out on the bottom. Sadly, double damage had to be used. Goddamn Dota2 using abilities for me.
Automatic. The timer says no. You must use it now. So everything clicking into place for Liquid item-wise. And they've got themselves level 2 Supernova with the Aghanim Scepter. 10 hits to destroy. And this makes Insania so much more powerful as that zoning tool in teamfights now, especially around the Roshan pit, which is being eyed up by the Chicken
Lineup
Fighters.
from Chicken Fighters. They are really bad at hitting that egg. Look at the attack speed on these heroes. Like, who's gonna do it?
0.88 OD. 1.15 Shadow Demon. Yeah, I don't know. There's no one really. DP's garbage attack speed.
They have no agi carry.
That is rough, isn't it? Wyvern getting hunted by Mickey. Phoenix is coming in with the Ember Spirit as well. Seneko forced a Cold Embrace under his tier 3 tower. In comes Saberlight, blinking forward aggressively, but now he's got to turn tail and run. Liquid potentially knocking on the door of high ground. They're going to be up on the Dire jungle ramp, and they've got options here. Force the buyback of Seneko, go for tier 2 mid, clear out mid wave, try and put a bit of pressure in slowly but surely. Roshan is open to them. Chicken Fighters pinging out top. Charlie's going to swing all the way northwards to clear out that wave.
If Liquid can force them to use like Arena or Dead Prophet ulti and they can run away without any casualties, it opens up the Roche for them, or just taking the fight after DP ulti is gone or Mars ulti is on cooldown. So right now they're just choking them, controlling their jungle. They set up some pretty nice vision on the bottom as well.
Man, Supreme's OD has more than recovered this game. Like, I'm actually quite surprised how well he's been able to come back. Ags BKB into Scythe, Greater Fairy Fire, and it's sent back to Stash. Keeping that Nether Shawl. What else have we got? Mars gets the Greater Fairy Fire, holding onto Clumsy Net as well. Vambrace over on the Winter Wyvern. In Agi mode, apparently. Okay.
Farming mode on.
Okay, Seneko.
Well, I do the same mistake.
Oh, mid lane, hello. Arena of Blood is in on to this boxy Timbersaw. He's shredded by the OD who pops his BKB, now whacking into Mickey. The Ghosts are taking this Weaver down low, and the rest of Liquid are thinking, hey, hang on a second, can we really fight here? Another slight chains holds back the Radiant team, and a disengage from Liquid. They didn't expend BKB on the Ember Spirit. They held on to Supernova. And now Exorcism down, OD BKB down. This could be their moment to strike Liquid if they come back when Boxy's alive. There's a decent window for them here.
Problem is that Liquid is also limited
They've caught
on the damage.
Koikva.
They caught Ember Spirit.
Nice fear, though.
Nicely done.
Tiger sends them back, and now Koikva BKB with a slight chains. Yules from this DP still has a BKB of her own. She pops it, but the Supernova is there, zoning them away. They want to try and focus it down. They've killed off the Weaver with the Sanity's Eclipse. Insania comes back into the fight as the chase forward. Supreme banishing up Koikva. He has the Remnant out now. It is not a good fight numbers-wise. Boxy
Here
is
comes
in.
Ember.
He's got no reactive armor charges, but he's going to chase down Saberlight. Chakram forward, banished up and silenced too. So Saberlight trying to walk it off. The Spirit Vessel ends. And OD yules into the air with another Mars ulti, but he chains out. Boxy Bloodstone up to heal. And he's looking pretty tanky. Might get Saberlight, but he's shredded.
Looking pretty dead to me, Gary.
Obliterated by Supreme. The amount of damage this man racks up is insane.
Liquid also has issues dealing damage on the heroes who have BKB. Like, who deals the damage? Weaver can't really be on top of you if there's ghosts flying around. Man, I've seen this from Team Liquid. They tend to throw their games. And I feel like Chicken Fighters, they're gonna win this one.
Dire are scanning.
It feels like it. 14 to 21.
LD. Man, he's so farmed. About to hit level 20, getting closer to Hex. That's gonna be a big one. There's no Lincoln Sphere. There is Lotus Orb, however, on Dark Willow.
Quick for going into Aghanim Scepter. So still not remedying that issue with a lack of physical damage. Going into more magic damage, really.
I love how Soneko figured out, man, this Vambrace on agility sucks. I'm just gonna take Enchanted Quiver instead.
Like, why did he have it on Agi, honestly?
I sometimes,
Attack
for me,
speed.
I think this icon needs to be bigger for neutral items. Like, you can't see. Yeah, I don't know, if you're colorblind, you probably don't even see what color it is.
Oh, no, that is very true. I saw someone talking about that. They need to... Even the colorblind mode with Vambrace is broken as well.
Oh, I'm a smart dude, apparently, even
You are
though I'm
very
not
intelligent.
colorblind. Yeah.
Message Ice Frog. Get him to fix it. Insania clearing out top wave. He's given away his position here. Saberlight and Era are hunting for a target. Koikva's going to move forward, moseying on into the waiting arms of Chicken Fighters, who have somehow managed to keep this top tier 1 alive for 29 minutes. Do they bring more top? OD, Wyvern, DP, shuffling their way into the Roche pit. They're going to start a fight top to kind of bait Liquid into maybe reacting and TPing up there. Supernova expended. As Koikva and Insania kept alive, but Roshan's being taken. And reasonably quickly here by the level 3 Exorcism.
Koikwa found him, but Roche dropping low. They should give Aegis to OD instead. Yeah, they do. I was afraid they were going to give it to Death Prophet.
Is under attack.
Absolutely not. Never in a million years. Supreme is the big man this game. Mika down bottom, doing whatever he can. It just feels like Liquid are so scared now. Even though they have this slight net worth lead, it just doesn't feel like they've got any wind in their sails. Supreme, he's just forcing Ember Spirit back every step of the way. That Scythe of Ice, only about 800 gold off it. And where's the Dark Willow now? What's Taiga been doing? Blink Dagger's coming for Taiga. Lacoste, hello.
I'm just thinking what Liquid needs to do to come back into this game. Ember Spirit going for Aghanim Scepter, that's not physical damage. Weaver switching between like Satanic and Scotty.
Oh, great Blink Spear. Dust up as well. Mickey, not going to have to time-lapse or BKB just yet, but he will now as the Mars ulti's expended. And a great TP from the Shadow Realm. Gets Maraska out safely. But it's still Chicken Fighters threatening, and it's still Liquid on the back foot. Always kind of trending back towards their base instead of running towards the Radiant side of the map where they'd love to be playing. The game has just stalled. The game's not moving anywhere.
It's still here. Aegis up and running for the next, how long? Let me check. 3 minutes. Death Prophet ulti will be ready in 5 seconds, so Chicken Fighters, they want to take a fight. They're not afraid of anything at the moment. Full Hex and OD, that's what they've been waiting for.
Radiant's top tower has been denied.
Okay, so I'm glad that Ember Spirit actually decided to go for some physical damage, buys Deso instead. Like, realizes they can't touch people during the BKB, so they need some cheap, efficient damage, and Deso is the item.
Sure is. Mid lane, have they caught someone out? A quick Lotus up. Boxy's out of there with the Yules as well. Chicken Fighters ready in this mid lane. Tier 2 tower there to be claimed. Aegis for another 2 minutes. And Exorcism popped. That's a good indication that they want to go high ground, right?
Yeah, a lot of those Exorcism seconds wasted on tier 2 tower. So when you take a tier 3 tower, you're not gonna have it.
Well, they're still just shredding Insania's Phoenix. No BKB used by Supreme. And the Scythe of Vice really showing off there as the Phoenix very close to death, but still has that Supernova with the Aghanim Scepter ready and waiting to go. And Exorcism, like you were saying, maybe a little misused there. Still good pressure. Tier 3 half HP. And they'll come back and deal with Mikke's shove on that top lane into the tier 2. So
once the next Exorcism is up, Aegis will be gone. But Chicken Fighters, they will gladly take a fight even without Exorcism outside the base. Right now, Liquid, alright, can they catch Boxy? Hex, where's the spear?
Tiger's trying to come in with a Lotus Orb, but the spear connecting and the OD. Annihilating the Timber Sword, dead for 70 seconds with no buyback available. And now we've got a disruption into maybe another spear. 3 seconds for that, the Shikuchi away from Weaver. Gets Mikke back to the high ground.
Oh, another good spear, man. Saberlight playing out of his mind.
Do they have a silence here from Charlie? They do, after the Winter's Curse and the Scythe of Vice. Koikva down for 80 with no buyback. Liquid bleeding out death after death. And this is going to be another lane here, tier 1, tier 2 for Chicken Fighters, unless they're swinging in towards mid.
I hope my Blitz wake up for this one. Hope he's having some good sleep. I saw him working the late yesterday. This Hex is doing so much. Aegis will be gone in 20 seconds.
And straight up onto the high ground again. Quick Astral to get away from the Cursed Crown. And one to catch Mireska, trapped up against the barracks with a spear. Another Hex. Insania just stuck as a little piggy behind his own tier 4s. 3 heroes down, and Liquid, they just do not have an answer as Chicken Fighters knocking on their mid tier 3 and barracks doors. Supreme, Saberlight, Era, Charlie, Sineko. Not a massive amount of right-click damage here, Lacoste. No Ghost just yet, but it is back up in a second. They can go back down to bottom lane, take tier 1, tier 2 if they want to. As the Aegis expires and Liquid heroes respawning, but a full lane of barracks down. Mikke trying to trade something out. Tier 3 very low top lane. Oh, Saberlight, does he get this? No way. Oh, man, my butt cheeks clenched. Oh god, that was close.
Man, Saberlight's playing extraordinary this game. Those spears, like, just got them 3 kills and a full set of Raxes. Also, slowly becoming like a core, going for damage talent, spear stun, and building a Deso. So right now, Chicken Fighters, they don't have to rush anything. Roche may respawn in 2 minutes. I mean, they can still take a fight. 2 minutes is enough for them to take a fight and have their buybacks ready.
Again,
another good spear.
Yule silent spear, the Lotus, yes. It will keep Mikke alive with the time lapse as Sineko looking for the Winter's Curse. Has Glimmer Cape, and he might have to just throw it in here onto Mikke to keep himself alive. That's Sentry Ward from the Dire as he gets out of range of it. Mikke's BKB with a Supernova now on top. Good positioning from Liquid to take this fight in their high ground. Sineko's gone with no curse used, and the egg landing. OD is isolated now with Charlie arriving. The ghosts are coming, and the Sanity Eclipse is a good amount of damage, but the OD's fallen. And Saberlight doesn't really have a player to stick around with. Charlie, sure enough, takes out Tiger, but the Mars falling to this Mikke Weaver. Spear back, beautifully done again. Can they do this with Era coming through? Another save available with a disruption ready for the charge forward. Chasing towards Mikke and Koikva. But it feels like Charlie and Era running out of steam. And now it's Liquid's turn to come back in, swing into action onto the Shadow Demon. 4 heroes down on the Chicken Fighter side, and Liquid defending this high ground triangle area so very well. Over eager By Chicken Fighters, you were saying they could be patient. They could wait and bide their time for next Roshan, but they just charge straight into that next battle.
OD needs to take care of Wyvern. Had Astral ready to put him under so Wyvern can use ulti and use multiple spells. Actually, Wyvern deals a ton of damage if you're not on top of him. 60 damage talent, Enchanted Quiver, plus Arctic Burn. Like, if he can get multiple of those off in a team fight, that's a lot. But you can see the power of Liquid's lineup, where when BKBs are down on Chicken Fighters, they just shred them. This Spirit Vessel doing so much, and Timbersaw was not blown up by OD this fight, so he can do so much. Also, building Heaven's Halberd, that's a big one. Against OD, and having Phoenix on your team, it's like the best item you can get.
Pretty damn good.
They were trying to hit the egg. That's the problem with the lineup of Chicken Fighters. They really have no attack speed. I would rather have like a Moon Shard on OD instead of Refresher, so that he can hit the egg.
Roshan alive.
Someone buy Mask of Madness.
OD!
It sounds stupid, but it might work.
OD by mom. I'll just start stacking up Hyperstones, get into the Moon Shards on OD. He's buying Refresher Orb for the double Hex, double BKB. Double Sandy's Eclipse is decent as well, but mainly for the BKB and the Scythe. Box's Halberd completed. Tiger, of course, has that blink, aiming towards a Hurricane Pike now. As the Philosopher's Stone kicking in that extra bit of GPM, swapping it in and out for Spider Legs. Roshan baited outside of his pit, holding on to his Aegis and Cheese. As the Chicken Fighters looking for the chicken.
Roche just spawned. So Phoenix hit level 20. 1.25 Supernova stun extra, so that's like a 5-second stun.
He yulls up onto Mars mid. I don't know, he might have to BKB. Oh, he's pretty speedy with the phase boots. Gets himself back towards the Roche pit as Charlie kicking it off with the Exorcism. OD blinking in. Oh, Liquid, they're drawing the long line around to backstab, but Roshan is already being taken. It's too slow. Liquid are overthinking things. They're going to miss out on this opportunity. Roshan drops. Aegis for OD, Cheese for Charlie's DP. And Liquid now, what do? You've got Boxy showing on the mid lane, Chain away. And the rest of them scatter to the wind.
They probably know that Chicken Fighters used DP ulti to kill the Roche. So I feel like Liquid still wants to take a fight.
Double damage rune on this Weaver. Pretty good signal to go and make something happen. But look at where Supreme is. Can Mickey die here? Oh, this is scary. Jump in. Scythe of Vice. The damage from Supreme. And the Astral into Sanity Eclipse, but it's not quite enough. He can't get the kill. Time lapse out. Mickey's fine.
And that's a long cooldown ulti. 2.5 minutes without sanities. Tier 4 items starting to drop. Ninja Gear, Magic Lamp. 4 Liquid. Yeah, Magic Lamp is
They're chasing Supreme. Scythe of Vice back onto Mickey. Now in comes Tiger. Might force the BKB. Supreme does have that Aegis, of course. And top lane, slight chains. They've split this fight really well. Liquid have isolated 2 heroes top lane, chasing Era with the Ember Spirit. Another slight chains in from Koikva, catches out Era and Sableye, trying to join the rest of his squad. They've got a spear onto Mickey, but another time that's back and the Weaver's out of there, while Charlie charging forward with no Exorcism. 3 stacks up on the Spirit Siphon, but turned around on by the Weaver. Slowed down by the Skadi, the Sableye Mars in the backlines. I don't know what to bloody focus on here, Lacoste. They've got the OD trapped though, and Aegis is down. Why is the OD in the middle of the fight? Liquid. A bright light given to them. As Chicken Fighters focusing Insania now. Spear through the Supernova, and Liquid are going to come fight around this. The egg is there, but the Chicken Fighters, which came first, the chicken or the egg? Oh, the Fighters are losing this one now. The Charlie DP trapped inside the Cold Embrace, the Chakram on top of him, while Sablelight's out of mana with no spells left. A good Winter's Curse, though. Catching out Koikva, and it looks like it might just take him down. That's the Chicken Fighters turn around, and Charlie popped the cheese, allowing him to stay up in this battle. Swinging back on this high ground as Liquid, toying with the idea of returning towards the DP. Ember Spirit did have to buy back in the midst of all that. But that's
So did
Aegis
Era.
down, cheese gone.
Liquid wants these prolonged team fights when the BKBs are on cooldown so they can go in. Ember Spirit doing so much damage when those BKBs are down. Same goes for Timbersaw. Like, he can afford to go in right now and not die. Minotaur Horn picked up. Yeah, he should probably get it for himself. 2 seconds of extra spell immunity on top of BKB. Yeah, I like that one, Gary.
20
Chicken
strength.
or the egg?
The chicken or the egg. Which one did come first, Lacoste? Do you know the answer?
No, I don't. Neither do you, huh?
Of course I do. It's
We'll
always
see
the
at the
egg.
end of this game.
The egg came first.
So there was just nah, then we're not gonna start.
Well, the thing is, it depends on your idea of what a chicken egg is. Is a chicken egg an egg laid by a chicken, or is a chicken egg an egg that contains a chicken to be born? Because if it's the latter, then the egg came first. A non-chicken, but close to chicken, very genetically close to chicken, that hasn't evolved into a chicken yet, lays a chicken egg, which is a chicken. And then the chicken comes from the egg.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So the answer is I stopped listening. Like, I was like, yeah, man, Gary, why are you even talking about this?
The name's Chicken Fighters, and we've got an egg in the frickin' game, Lacoste.
No, I meant who came first.
Well, it's
Like,
an old...
one of the mysteries of the universe.
Yeah, it's an old
We're
philosophical
never gonna
question.
solve.
I'm pretty sure it was solved recently. Someone was just like, "Fuck it, I'm done. I'm solving this." There we go. 1 + 1 = 2. It's done. Now we can all stop talking about it. Chicken Fighters in that dire jungle. They can take down that tier 2.
All right, so this is the item that can kind of kill the egg. Leveler, tier 4 item, extra 60 attack speed on OD.
Very nice.
Dire's
That's
top
huge.
tower is under attack.
You could see them like trying in the previous fight. Yeah, egg is in front of us. Let's try to kill him. Then they get disarmed, and even if you group up around the egg, there still might be a terrorize from Dark Willow. All right, Dark Willow slowly becoming a core. We've seen Taiga that he can win the games by himself. About to hit level 20,
Dire's
building
top tower has fallen.
that Aghanim Scepter. So there's gonna be some pew pew pews from Dark Willow.
But the high ground is being assaulted already. Saberlight has jumped in, trying to get that spear back on Boxy, I believe. But Charlie, very deep, aiming for Insania, getting the Spirit Siphons off, has BKB, and will run back past the tier 3, even going to TP back towards
Yeah, meanwhile
Fountain.
in the bottom lane, Weaver putting a lot of pressure on tier 3 tower.
Chicken Fighters have to retreat here. I don't know how many they're going to lose. Seneko finding a hidey hole in the forest, but he's caught by Koikva. Winter's Curse there, doesn't have a TP scroll, so not really much he can do. And they found Supreme. Oh god, Mickey's here! How did the Weaver suddenly appear right next to Supreme, who BKB TPs, no Basher, no Abyssal, no nothing to stop that.
She is level 25, Shikuchi. Extra move speed, zooming around with 900. What's the status resistance? 41% with this build. Titan Sliver, alright. Going for Illusion Escape now. Satanic, like Mickey's item build this game is very good. He understands that he needs to survive, like the initial burst damage. So he's just stacking HP and status resistance. And now he's going to shift towards some
Dire
damage. I see Daedalus. That's the correct choice. None of these heroes like buy into Butterfly or anything, so you don't have to buy MKB.
Very true. Mars wants Assault Cuirass for the extra armor. Octarine Core for DP's coming. OD with 6,000 gold saved up. But Liquid have been doing such an exceptional job splitting the map. 2 heroes bottom, 2 heroes mid. Timbersaw just farming the jungle a little bit. They catch Insania. They will take down the Phoenix. Buyback available though. Gem dropped on the deck. So double gem here for Chicken Fighters. Where's Seneko going? He's scouted out. He will get a nice D
Radiant's
ward.
top tower is is under attack.
Liquid holding on to that buyback of Phoenix. Also going to shift away from their triangle, and it looks like they'll try and defend their top tier 3 and barracks.
What do you think about Flicker as an item? I really hate the. Where's my hero?
I don't know, it's just weird. Like RNG, you're trusting Ice Frog to save you. Death Prophet again, just frontlining. Exorcism destroying the structures. Very low Charlie though.
Dire's middle
If they had another form of gap close, if Koikva wanted to commit, maybe they could bring the DP down, but Spirit Siphons are there with a good heal.
It's just some chip damage. They managed to bring the tier 3 tower down.
tower under attack.
Chicken Fighters immediately retreat.
Mars is level 25. God's Rebuke. So now it's the 350% crit. Like, he hits a lot. Like, it's 800 crits. OD still saving money.
How much has he got? 7 grand? What's he thinking of? Like, does he
Still
just
refresher.
refresher and buyback, I guess?
Yeah.
How much total is refresher? 5,000. And he's got 4.3k on top of buyback, so he's not that far away from it. Smoking down to bottom lane. They know Mickey has been enjoying playing in this bottom spot, just shoving out the wave, getting onto tier 3. They're trying to catch him on his way back.
Magic Lamp, such a great item. No one even tried to take it.
Well, what's the Phoenix got? Wait, hang on. Do they have one on? Yeah, Phoenix. So Phoenix does have a magic lamp. The Radiant are.
He just took it.
Okay.
All right.
But you're right on the Radiant side. They also have one, and no one's touching it.
It could be a no-cache item for Wyvern. I mean, it's like a budget Eon disc, but it's not Eon disc, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. It's a crappy Eon disc.
It's just a disc.
Here come the Chicken Fighters. Spotting out Boxy. No reactive stack, so he BKBs. Oh, no, sorry. Minotaur Horn, not BKB. Does get that magic community and chain away. And an immediate smoke now from the Radiant team. Roshan, 10 seconds until he spawns. Feels pretty quick on both of the spawns we've had so far. We're about to hit 50 minutes in. Chicken Fighters looking to finish this one off, but the Lincolns, oh, it cancels out the Winter's Curse. Nothing from Suneko, but the backstab onto Insania, taking down the Phoenix, forcing the buyback. As Charlie in onto Tiger with his own BKB, chasing the Dark Willow, trying to force the Fear here, but Tiger, what have you got? Lotus in 5, the Fear now to send the DP back. Saberlight misses the God's Rebuke. Where's the Spear? Now landed onto the Shadow Realm DP. That's a good pick off onto the poor little Maraska. As Mickey chases down Suneko. Looking for the Winter Wyvern. Not going to find it. Death Prophet and OD. Being hounded by Boxy Timbersaw. Koikva looking for this slight chance initiation as well. Supreme has another side device, but the Supernova zoning back Chicken Fighters, looking for the kill on Saberlight as the Mars. Another good spear back into the trees, just buying time here, but Charlie, Glimmer caped up, escaping again, disengaging as the buyback from Era will be able to save up Chicken Fighters and force Liquid to disengage.
Chicken Fighters, they need to outpush the lanes. All 3 lanes are in such a tough spot. I mean, Timbersaw is causing those issues on top of Weaver. And Weaver, what is she building? That's Daedalus. Does have enough money to buy it. At one point, he's going to buy Divine Rapier if this game drags for another, like, 10 minutes.
Roshan. Let's go. Charlie just isn't afraid of popping Exorcism at any given time. He doesn't have it right now, unfortunately, but Aghanim Scepter will help out. There's the little ghosties tickling away at Roshan. It is pinged out by Insania. They know that Roshan could be and probably is up. Boxy chained straight into the pit. Pops his little Minotaur Horn. That's his BKB, actually. Still has the horn to go as Koikva slighting, fisting, trying to get the chains catch onto people, and Charlie, Spirit Siphon back with the BKBs, everyone's shiny, golden, glowing, Saberlight held up in the cold embrace, but the Supernova
Refresher
and the
from
Sunray, OD, yeah, he gets another BKB off, but they've lost their Mars. Buyback straight off the bat. Saberlight wants in this fight now. Charlie with no Siphon charges, no BKB, the Winner's Curse here. Actually, Lotus Orb back and holding them away. Charlie is hitting into Seneko and finally falls. Buyback available on him as they focus onto the Winter Wyvern. Koikva has the chains, and it looks like Mickey has the damage as the Sandus Eclipse clipping onto the Timber and the Dog Willow. But OD doesn't really have too much left to give Liquid in these long, drawn-out fights. They're winning out in the end, but Charlie finds Tiger. With the help of Saberlight, they do catch the Wyvern, and the Yule Scepter up on Mickey. They've got the reveal.
Blink Hex, there it is.
Another Astral. Mickey time-lapse back. Who's got the reveal? Where's this gem? They've got sentries down, so they do catch another glimpse of the Weaver, and Mickey's gone. Dead for 100 seconds. Boxy sliding out of there with another BKB. This fight's lasted so long, he's cast BKB twice. And Koikva holds them back with another slide chains.
Finish off the Roche.
Weaver can buy back here as the Mars ulti trapping Koikva in place. The Lincoln's popped, but he still dies.
There's going to be another Hex from OD if they continue chasing. Man, they have such a great, like, chasing potential. They don't have enough stuns, but if they put them down with disruptions, astral imprisonments, they need Mars to control them. And Mars bought Orchid just to have something to pierce through the Lincoln Sphere and control Weaver as well in the team fights. So that's going to be Cheese, Aegis, and... Is that a refresher or is that Ags?
It was Ags, I believe. I can't believe that Liquid have had the net worth lead since minute 10.
Yeah.
And it's Chicken Fighters that have felt like they're winning this entire game. Boxy slides out with another long Timber chain. Top barracks. Focused out by Chicken Fighters now, though, and a quick little move forward looking for Charlie. Good damage from Boxy, hexed up. And Mars ulti to zone them out. Chicken Fighters full on retreat, but look at Liquid giving chase so quickly onto Supreme. He's got Cheese, gets rid of the Spirit Vessel now, so he can also BKB, pop the Cheese, look for Mickey. The Weaver there with a fear onto Supreme. The OD's falling.
OD's gonna die.
The Cold Embrace doesn't save him. And Charlie, get the hell out of there. Saberlight's TPing. Weaver Yules up into the air for Seneko to try and TP out, but the Yules up from Boxy, catching out the Wyvern. Seneko's gonna fall. A Cold Embrace buys him a bit of space, but they've also got the DP. The DP is more important. The Death Prophet of Charlie trying to get away. The Aegis up on him, but does it matter as a Winter's Curse catching onto this Phoenix of Insania? But they've popped out the Aegis. The DP maybe can get saved by the OD. Yules up from Boxy. The Astral onto Charlie as Weaver being focused by Saberlight now. Charlie turns to fight. Another side device. Supreme wants Boxy, but he can't get the job done. Saberlight, he's got a lot on his plate now. He turns to fight, but Saberlight's gone. OD, what are you going to do? Blink in? Nah, you're going to leave Charlie to die.
That game, Gary.
4 heroes gone, no buybacks available here for Chicken Fighters. As OD, he has been the strongest hero throughout this entire game, but I don't think he can 1 versus 4. Liquid have his number, they've got him surrounded in the forest, and Supreme will finally fall.
They still have a tier 2 tower standing on a mid lane. Weaver can buy a full Daedalus. They're gonna be out in 2 minutes for OD. Do they have enough to just close out this game? Man, Boxy's playing out of his mind this game. He's doing so much work. Always Timber chaining, then using Yule Scepter on himself. In front of them, using Chakram just to, you know, lower their HP. And having this Minotaur Horn really helps him a lot.
Well, the game's not over just yet. Like you say, Liquid do have to force down some buildings on this Radiant side of the map. Tier 3 gone, in onto Tier 4s. What have we got? 20 seconds for Wyvern, for Shadow Demon. 60-60 for DP and the Mars, and I think it might be over now. They've got the tier 4s, the Ags upgrade on that Dark Willow, taking them down, and GG is called. 56 minutes it took for Liquid to take this game. Net worth lead all the way through, but my goodness, did they come close to losing.
It's one of those games where you